What is up? It's really loud, apologies. My window's open because it's hot in here. I've been requested by a dear friend to show the process of how I do digital art. So, I'm gonna do like a little speed paint, but before I do that, I figured I would show you my setup. Okay, so this is my setup, I guess. This is my drawing tablet. It's a Huion Canvas 12 Pro. I'm using Fire Alpaca. And there's my MacBook. Usually I don't have the screens mirrored, but because I'm going to be screen recording, and it's slowed, I don't know. Because I'm going to be screen recording, I'm using a mirrored display, so I'll be watching Star Trek on my phone while I do so. I have my moral supports here, my water bottle. Gotta stay hydrated. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so I started out just, drawing. I kept flipping back and forth between this reference image, which is what I drew last night. I'm drawing my character from a Star Trek tabletop RPG game that I'm in, and her name is Lieutenant Taev. She's a Romulan. Yeah, so I had a picture that I drew last night that I was using as a reference image, and I'll use it more later for like colors and stuff. I was really unhappy with like this drawing, and I kept fucking around with it for like a while. Yeah, there's like points where I'm like pausing and like looking at a reference image on my phone. I don't know if you heard that, but I cracked my back. Yeah, there's not a lot to say here. I was just kind of like trying to figure out an expression and a face shape. I wasn't like super unhappy with this specific, like this part of the drawing, but I didn't like how it fit with like the body that I wanted to go with. But yeah, I mean, like my general art method is draw something shitty and keep fixing it until I like it, or I start over, which is pretty, I think, evident in this picture, or like in this drawing that I did. Yeah, also, like, I think that as much as I do like drawing traditionally, like I doodle a lot, but like, man, there's nothing like being able to select something you drew and then just like fucking move it around. That is like the most useful part of like digital art, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not like super comfortable with drawing like full bodies. I'm like working on it. I use a lot of like reference images, and I take like pictures of like myself sometimes to like look at, to help with like things like hands and perspective. But yeah, I don't know. I like in general, like I'm most comfortable drawing portraits, so drawing like full shape, like I don't draw full bodies like almost ever, because it's just something I'm not very good at, and that is counterintuitive, obviously, because if you're not good at it and you don't do it, you don't improve. Anyway, so at this point, I completely just got rid of the head because I did not like how it looked on the body, and I felt like the way that the head was facing didn't like suit the pose. So I just deleted it. Originally I tried flipping it, as you saw, and I didn't like that at all. So I just decided not to try and salvage it and just delete it. So I started over. Yeah, here's something fun. Again, like the transform tool. It's so good. You can like copy and paste and shit. Like not drawing eyes is like really hard because I always like can't get the second eye perfectly right. So, man, it's pretty good. Yeah, so this is my sketch layer. I do it all in the pencil tool, which is like a little gray, and so it like allows, it's like a little bit like transparent to begin with, which is helpful for when I'm going to go back over my line art. Adding clothes to my sketch. Yeah, I don't know, it's pretty intuitive, I guess. I've been getting better at drawing hands. This tool is really useful. I go back over my sketch with colors so that when I do line art I don't have to make the sketch like super transparent so I can't see it, which is helpful. Yeah, also I am realizing now watching this that I completely forgot to add Teyev's ridges, like forehead ridges, which is a thing for Romulans, which is like something I forget a lot when I draw her, which is annoying because she's my character. But yeah, I think I'm gonna fix that before I put, and then just change the final result at the end of the video. Yeah, I'm just doing line art right now. I use like a steady, there's like a setting on this pen brush that I use to like make the strokes smoother, and I use that a lot, mostly for line art. Yeah, so now I start coloring. I actually have Teyev's skin color saved, because I draw her so much, because I love her so much. And basically the way that I color is I just color underneath the line art and then do just big blobs of color and then erase around it. I don't know, I find that the easiest. I probably should save like a color of Teyev's hair so I don't always have to drop it from other pictures, but yeah. Because Teyev's hair is so dark, I have to make it like the lot to like show the lines because her hair is always like drawn back. I generally like make it more transparent so I can erase and see the lines underneath it. So I went back for the flag because Teyev is a lesbian, because all my characters are lesbians. I went back over the sketch. I went back to the sketch layer to like draw the lines for the colors of the flag because I drew a lesbian flag last night and oh my gosh, it took me so long to figure out how to make the colors look even, and I still don't think they look even, but you know what, it's good enough, you know, at some point you just have to stop. But this, I think, using like the sketch layer, I think helped. At least it only took me like one try, and not like 17. So I'll just turn the sketch layer back off. Yeah, so at this point, colors are done. So yeah, I fucked around with like the shading on this flag for a while, but the way I do like shadows is pretty simple. I kind of have more of a, not really like a comic book style, but like just kind of like a simpler comic style. I'm not super interested in realism, to be honest. So the way I do shadows is I just like choose a color, and I use like the layer settings to like change the, I don't know, like saturation and like shade of the color, and then I can like change the opacity to make it look like real shadows. I kind of do the same thing with the blush, though I don't change the layer setting, I just make it more opaque. But yeah, and then I added like some eyeshine and blush at the end, but literally like that's it. That's the whole process.